What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Scotty, and we're here for my review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna move on into the review. Okay, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is now boring the shit out of me. That's why I didn't even review last night's episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, because it bored me to tears and I really didn't have nothing to talk about. Like, I still got my notes, so I may do the review just because y'all want me to, or I may not, but I still got my notes, but I just did not feel like doing no review on this shit because I just was not feeling it, period. But we're going to go ahead and get into this review. So we're going to go into the beginning where Mimi, Rashida, Stevie, Jay, Kirk, Scrappy, and Bambi, they all brought their kids along. They're having a family get together, whatever. Just having a great time. Positivity, no negativity. They want to talk about the Trinidad trip and how Pooh acted a damn fool, throwing shitty sheets all on the damn table and the pins and everything else like that. And you know, I'm really sick of hearing about T.S. Pooh, and I'm really hoping that she doesn't return next season. She's kind of like another Keely to me, like desperate for attention, desperate for a storyline, and just desperate to be out there. But that's neither here nor there. They also discussed the situation with Rashida and Jasmine. One thing that annoyed me the most. And Rashida is basically upset with Kirk because he's basically in contact with Jasmine and he didn't tell her. To me, he probably should have told her, but then again, in a sense, I feel like he don't really have to tell her anything when it's involving his child. I mean, granted, it's a hard pill for her to swallow. They gotten past everything. They still trying to get past everything. But at the end of the day, he's only communicating with her for the child's sake. That is his son. So he needs to be there for his son. He needs to communicate with her for his son. Like, it shouldn't even have to be with Kelsey. Kelsey should not be y'all go-to, and it's pretty childish that she is, and y'all really believing that this shit is working. It's not. It's really not. And I just need for Rashida to grow the fuck up and stop being stupid. So then we get into Kendra and Jock. And they basically discussed their distaste for this beautician that works up in Jock's shop by the name of Sharonda, and how she acts with the customers and how she acts with Jock and how she doesn't really want to do her job the way that Jock needs her to do. And he enlists Shekinah to come along and come in and see what needs to be changed, what needs to be done, being that she's a fellow stylist of herself. So, you know, she's pretty much the right person to go into the shop and see what needs to be done. But this gonna be my last time discussing Sharonda, because I'm not discussing any of those scenes that she was in, because she looked like a broke down Aryan, and I don't care to talk about her, period. But then after Kendra walks away, Jock and Shekinah talks about Kendra. And Jock said that he wanted to propose to Kendra. He still got the ring. And Shekinah was like, well, why haven't you proposed? He was like, well, I wanted to propose to her, but at the same time, it's like when I found out she didn't want to have no kids, then that just made me back off a little bit. And Shekinah was like, no, that's not cool, because you got to think about it from a woman's point of view. Like, she might be scared. I mean, she never dealt with no situation like this before. She's a lawyer. She's a sophisticated woman. She's very classy. She's not the type of girls that you normally deal with. And you got a lot of drama amongst you. You got like 8 or 9 kids. I mean, who's to say that she's ready to deal with the kids and deal with her own kid with you and deal with the baby mamas and deal with the lifestyle that you got? It could be a scary situation for her as well. Maybe you need to hear her out because she's a good woman. And honestly, Jock, she is a good woman. Too good for your ass, but she is a good woman. And I really feel like you need to give her a chance. I mean, she has her reasons to be scared to have a child by you. You already got a stampede of them already. And on top of that, she, you know, knowing the shit that you do, she may be scared to take that leap and take that step with you. You need to listen to her and you need to hear her out. You need to have a conversation with her, because if you really want to marry her, you do need to talk about it. So it is what it is. Shekinah was telling your ass the truth. Mimi, Sierra, and Carly, they discussed the Trinidad trip and their own issues. So it's pretty much like they feel Sierra in on the Trinidad trip, and how Pooh came in and did all this shit with Carly, and how even though Carly is open with her sex, she's still open with her sex life, even though Pooh is still trying to blast her and do all this crazy shit towards her. And you know, we talk about the lie detector test again, how she's gonna do it, and she's saying that she's not doing it to prove something. She's just doing it to make people look stupid. And you know, that's basically the basis of that conversation. So, you know, Ciara was talking about BK and how she's done with him and how she doesn't want to have nothing else to do with him and how he's a cheater and how she's done. I really hope that you are done, because BK really don't mean you no good. He really ain't been nothing for you since you got with him. You thought you had a prize after leaving Shooter, and you just went right back to the same thing you left. So I'm not sure about this, sis. You really need to make sure that you're making the right decision. It's the right decision to leave him, but hopefully you stick to your guns and not be with his ass no more, because he really ain't worth it. Then, you know, Mimi was talking about her situation with Stevie and her girlfriend, and how Stevie and her girlfriend been going at it, and it's just been a big mess. But Carly saying that she's been going through a lot of stuff with Mo, and it's not really the best, and everything is intense between the two of them right now, and now she's going to see Dr. Jeff for their situation. So hopefully things work out between her and Mo, because I really do believe that he's a stand-up guy, and he's too much for Carly, but he's a stand-up guy. Next thing you know, BK shows up at Ciara's front door, basically coming in to say how much he love and care about her and how he's on her side. But she don't want to hear nothing that he got to say. She pretty much then dissed him and saying that she don't want to have nothing to do with him and all of that stuff. So BK goes into a tirade. He starts disrespecting her to the fullest degree. Starts saying that she's a scumbag. All she do is fuck other niggas. She go from man to man and all of that stuff. Like making her look like an emotional slut. That's how he's making her look. But my thing about you, BK, is that if that's the case, you already knew that when you got with her. So why is it a problem now? You just mad because she didn't want to do nothing that you wanted to do. You wanted her to take your ass back, and she didn't want to do that. So now you mad. What you mad for? I really don't get it. What are you upset about? You did your dirt. She don't want to take your dirt no more, and that's it. I don't see what the problem is. I don't see why you mad about it. You shouldn't be. It is what it is. Let it go. That's how I feel about it. Let the shit go. You don't want to deal with you. I mean, she don't want to deal with you, fine. But you did a lot of shit to Ciara. You humiliated her last season, and she stuck by your ass. She don't want to be humiliated no more, and you just humiliated her again on that front step, and that's why she mushed your ass, and that's what it was. So Jasmine and Rashida, they have a conversation, and it was a pretty cool conversation. But at the end of the day, Jasmine has admitted to her faults. She admitted to being wrong for sleeping with Kirk. She also admitted that she's handled the situation wrong by going to social media and doing the shit that she was doing. But Rashida just saying that there needs to be some line of communication. And Jasmine was saying that the conversation that they're having right now is the type of communication that she's always wanted to have with Kirk and Rashida. Regardless of what happened, there's a child involved. And that's just what it is. But, well, Kelsey's going to have to be the go-to person until we figure out another way, another solution. The solution is that all y'all be in contact. Why does Kelsey have to be the go-to person for a situation that Kirk created? It's Kirk's situation. So why does she have to pick up the slack for y'all being so immature and not being able to communicate with one another when there's a child involved? I feel like that's unfair for Kelsey, because she done rolled around and she's gonna have Cannon. Kirk and Jasmine did. So those are the two that need to be working on it. Rashida just need to get over herself and just deal with the fact. And it's the same thing that I said on my La video. If you can accept this motherfucker and his cheating and his infidelity and everything else, you're going to have to accept the fact that he had a child, and you're going to have to accept the fucking child. And it's not Rashida's responsibility to deal with the child, but it's Kirk's responsibility to deal with the child and deal with the baby mama. He's going to have to go to the baby mama. That's their child. They have to co-parent. And if you want to be involved by being a wife, you have to deal with it and just learn how to trust the situation, because at the end of the day, that's your husband, but that's also his son. That's his baby mama. He's going to have to be in direct contact with her. Bottom line, no Kelsey, no Kai, none of that. He got to be in direct contact with her. And if you don't like it, then you shouldn't have took him back. That's just how I feel. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. Mo and Carly, they go into therapy, and you know, it is a shit show. Mo gets mad and he walks the fuck out. That's just what it is. I just feel like Carly likes to antagonize Mo. I feel like Carly likes to embarrass Mo and make him feel inferior to her. I feel like that's what she likes to do. And that's why he walked the fuck out. He tired of her shit. Carly is not deserving of a man like Mo. I know that he's not perfect, but Carly isn't either. And she was ready to dump him for the smallest situation. And that's just what it is. And that's all I gotta say about that, honestly, because Carly really don't know what she got. She like fuck boys, and that's just what it is. So that's all I gotta say about this whack ass episode. I can say that I can't wait for Basketball Wives to come on. Y'all know I love Basketball Wives, and it looks like these days that is what y'all are waiting for me to review. I don't know who's reviewing them. I'm probably reviewing them. I think James is, and I don't know if Roxy is, because I know she didn't last season. I don't know if Ashley is, because she didn't last season, and Bounty is probably reviewing them too. I'm not sure. But I know for a fact me and James are. But with that being said, this is my review. Follow me on Instagram at Scotty_by_nature. With that being said, what's coming up next this week? Chasing Atlanta reunion review, part 2. Basketball Wives, and the Bitch All You series that I was supposed to film last week. Child, listen, I was tired. That's why I didn't do it. And you may get another rent depending on what's going on in the blog. So I got to give y'all more videos because I'm going on vacation next week. Tuesday, I'll be gone back to Jersey for a week. So I won't be doing any videos until I come back home. And that will be probably that Monday. So I'm just letting y'all know that now. So y'all won't be cursing me out when y'all don't get no video. But with that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace.